Man, what's going on? It's your boy B Bird. Just really want to jump on here, jump in the fry pan. Really want to talk about pretty much what happened that involved with two black women. One could be racial, and one is really not racial, but it has a deepened problem that needs to be discussed. Um, and I have to, I don't condone either or. It was horrible, it was disgusting, just what it is. The first, young black woman. I think it was some type. They said at a parking lot. I think it started from her taking a parking spot, but they said it was more like a road rage as well. And the guy actually followed her to the parking spot and came and pulled a gun on her. Not just pulled a gun, but he started attacking her. Punching her like she was a straight up god. Now, the second incident was an elder woman in New York. Um, and, Mr. Jason Black and a few others, and I even discussed a little bit about, there's New York, a lot of New York dudes really have a female type of attribute in a way. Um, but, he kicked this elderly woman in the face like several times. And to me, that's just fuckboy shit. Now, there's the reason why I'm more disgusted than ever is you have people recording the two incidents, but didn't do anything to stop it. Now, to me, myself, when you recording and you're not dropping your phone or putting down your phone to stop it, or hell, even record it, but you're still going to stop it, um, then I gotta question manhood. That's just what it is. Um, Now there's two problems that are really going into that. You got a lot of brothers that's raised by single women, and some of their single women, they don't really have a man in their life. And there's could be some type of male present, but when you get older, that boy really really wants his father. Like I told my sister, there's nothing can we ever replace a father. I mean, once a kid really realizes that you're not his father, even though you're a grandfather or uncle, but he knows that you're not a father type. You know what I'm saying? You're not his father. You can't call you daddy. You know what I'm saying? So the relationship is always going to be different. It's not going to be like a father and child relation. So when you got women who don't have a father in their life and they have certain type of problems within themselves that they're trying to deal with, and they take it out on the kids, especially the boys. There's gonna be a lot of negative adverses that goes in. Um, but you got a lot of girls that's coming up, even when they're single mothers, but in a way that they feel like they have no defense, so they have to be more harder and more tougher, and almost carry like a masculinity um, um, philosophy or an identity, even though that it don't contrast, it contradicts what they really are. And like I think Paris, shout out to her for a couple of videos she did. She was talking about how the media and how other races of women is portraying black women. And I do tell my black women, you guys gotta be careful when you guys talk about this. I don't need a man. I'm strong. I'm independent. Because what you're saying to you're broadcasting not just to us but other men that you guys don't need to be looked at as feminine or a feminine female or feminine woman. You guys could be looked at as masculinity or muscular or masculinity energy. So that means that they're coming with masculinity energy towards you that don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Um, like you guys gotta stop. You guys gotta stop. Trying to just be like you guys can just whoop any man's ass. That's just not the case. I know there's some women that could beat up some guys and shit like that. But you talking about a strong big dude. Don't matter what type of racial group, he's going to manhandle you. This is what it is. Um, was it racial? Yeah, it was racial. He looked at her as a black. You know, it wasn't more like he was looking at a woman, but he looked at her as a black person that he knew was a woman who was also alone. Because you have a lot of black women, sometimes with black children, with no black man at all, with no presence. And most time, if you normally, those are the type of women that most white supremacists or whatever, or other groups of men will actually attack. Now they won't attack if they see you with your man on your side. Um, that man is like a deterrent for other men that do have some type of objective of harming you, for racial reasons, and something that's just is more potential of harming you or killing you, or doing what they need to do to you. But that man present is normally is a deterrent. It's almost like marking territory. This is goes coexist with nature law that I keep talking about. If you look at the animal kingdom, the male present is vital the for the female uh, position to be vital. Now if there's a gang of females or women with you, and some group of men did attack, now I think the whole women should just pounce on his ass, and then that's the only protection that I can really see. If there's a gang of females, that's gonna really be down to box a guy or so. So, and that's pretty much what it is. You're gonna be with a man, or you're gonna be with a gang of ride or die chicks with you that's gonna throw hands no matter what. Now the elder women, that was just fuckboy shit. That's where I have to go back into what Jason Black said. You got a lot of dudes that's raised by single mother hoes and shit. I'm gonna call it what it is. And they got these female qualities. Now T.I., he came out with talking about Dallas, about, yes, it was in Dallas. It was in D-Town. And he said, oh, where the gangsters at? Where them thugs at? I said, nigga, I said, look, I said, most 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 dudes that's now coming up in the criminal life or criminal world, it's not like back in the 80s or 70s. Hell, it's not even back in the early 90s. Or hell, it's not even back in the early 2000s. You got a lot of dudes that's mostly raised by females and shit. Yeah, the drug dealer that they came up with is not even um like a lot of people call it dope boys. I don't call like people dope boys. Dope boys to me is like niggas that'll just run the streets. You know what I'm saying? Run the streets out there, no protection, doing reckless shit, acting like basically like female with penises. That's basically what I call them niggas. Um, and it's a lot of the household structure is broken down. So you have a lot of dudes that's morally, they have a female qualities, um, and attribute that they have. You got a lot of these young dudes are emotional. Dudes that's not, dudes that look at, kind of go off on a black girl more than any other girl, because they probably look back at their child raising. And you do see a lot of these black mothers and whatever, even these Latino mothers, they be dogging their kids out. You know what I'm saying? They mainly would dog out their daughters out more than sons, but that I seen them dog out their sons. I seen them just whoop their sons' asses, whoop them up like they're just grown people. Um, so there's the child raising with those particular men, that's now like a huge segment of the population you got going on. Um, Without really a strong presence of black men that really teach them things and hold them down and hold them accountable, is pretty much at a loss. And you got a lot of dudes that just really don't got no type of respect, no type of loyalty, and no type of honor in their personality and their code. I don't even think they have a code of ethnic. Um, and that's really what's going on in those two videos. I can see the breakdown of black men or black males. And I know a lot of people talk about it ain't just black men as well. There's a lot of other types of groups as well. I mean, you got a lot of Latino men that's really emotional. Um, if they come up in a single household, some of them do got certain type of male present, but you got a lot that have some emotional qualities behind that as well. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? To just speaking truth. But yeah, the T.I., talk about gangsters. I said, well, look, man, gangsters. If it was a lot more gangster, that dude would have been already been killed. You know what I'm saying? If something would have already been, retribution would already happen. You know what I'm saying? You might would have sent killers to him, but you might would have found out the area he's in, and you might would have reached out to people that held that area and asked for some retribution. Like, hey, I'm not gonna send my people. We're not gonna war over that person, but I need your guys to punish that guy. He really touched one of our women. I need some punishment mechanism to happen. And sometime in the codes among thieves and thief laws, yes, um there actual the thief laws. There's laws that pertain to the criminal element world. They will actually, if they have some business ties with that particular organization or individual, they'll go on and dish out the punishment mechanism. But for Ti, I mean, come on, man, Ti, you in Atlanta, dog. You got gays running Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Um, I seen I think they had some videos. Some dudes try to do some shit to a black girl out there. You guys didn't do nothing. So look for what happened with Dallas. I mean, that's Dallas, but that's also you can't just say default the entire male population in Dallas, man. That's like me calling out Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Or you trying to call out Houston? I mean, um, it's just what it is. For the person who saw it, they should have went on and stopped. Now the dude had a gun, and I understand dudes kind of gun, but also too, if a woman is proclaiming to be single and she's strong and don't need a man, she's kind of like she's already asking not to be protected no more. You know what I'm saying? So if black women kind of start falling back a little bit and assume their their actual original position in the in the male and female role and position and the way we are in the structure, it wouldn't be too many of this going on right now at all. You know what I'm saying? Even during lynching and Jim Crow, there was still a code. Like a white man, yeah, white man did do a lot. You know what I'm saying, to both black man and black woman, but um, they were punishment mechanisms at that time. So if a white man do get caught up on some shit, there was going to be some retaliation. You know what I'm saying? It's just the punishment mechanism is kind of is done away, and that's because of the structure of the family home in ADOS society. And that's pretty much what it is. Now you do have people that is raised in two parent home or have their father that is very well in their life, and it's a totally different mentality that they have. I come from that structure. I come from um, both my parents in the household. My dad in my life. My dad teach me what I know. Um, my neighbors, my homeboys and his neighbors. His dad raised him, so everything in his life. I said, man, boy, cuz man, you had some balls for that. I said, he would have hit that car, man, would have got in his ass. He would have to stop. I'm out to talk to that little man. But yeah, man, just really want to kick it out there. They're talking about black man this, black man that. You gotta understand, not all black men will co-sign that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be smart when you making moves like this. Also, too, you got a lot of black women don't wanna really learn the position and want to be protected. You gotta have to play the role you want to be protected. This is what it is. Um, every species have this structure. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta follow it by accordance. I'm not being sexist or none of that. I'm just speaking real shit. Um, like I said, but also gotta be smart when you making moves. This is in this life, everything is racial. I mean, it's just not gonna work out like that. But I'm gonna definitely hit you guys up. I'm gonna definitely put the link in the bottom with that for that one elder woman that got kicked in the face. Like I said, man, I think he got arrested today. So I know he's gonna definitely get that work when he goes in. But yeah, man, just the mentality and what's going on with the black, with the black family, with actually with the late great Princess Cress Wilson, rest in peace. She really didn't even. She said there's really no structure of family units. It's really survival units. When you don't have the basic structure of a man, woman, and child structure, and you just got a woman and child, and that's it, with no man, no protection, you basically are in survival, um, and that's pretty much what it is. So um, I'll definitely hit you guys up. We'll probably discuss a little bit more about that as well. And you guys stay up, all right? One.